You've made it to the final video in our series on the melancholic temperament. If you've watched the previous ones, you already know 15 deep traits that define this rare personality. Today, we'll close with the last 5, and they might be the most revealing yet. As I describe each one, raise a finger for every trait that resonates with you. At the end, count them all. How many out of the 20 did you relate to? If it's more than 12, maybe you'll finally understand why you've always felt so different.
Trait number 1, emotional introversion. A melancholic isn't just someone who likes being alone. They need solitude to survive. Being around people too much, smiling all the time, making small talk, it drains them deeply. And no, it's not being dramatic. It's like their life energy gets sucked out in those moments. After social events, they need to retreat, recharge, cleanse their mind. They don't hate people, they just feel everything too intensely. Loud places can trigger anxiety, headaches, even sadness. That's why quiet spaces and alone time aren't escape, they're sanctuary. Even with people they love, melancholics need space. And often, that's mistaken for coldness. But what happens when that inner space clashes with everything the world expects from them?
Trait number 2, rejection of what's popular. Melancholics don't follow trends. It's not pride, it's sensitivity. When something becomes too popular, it loses its soul. They pull away from mass culture, noise, things designed just to please. Fashion, standards, formulas, all of it feels hollow. Authenticity is sacred. They like what resonates with the soul, not what the algorithm suggests. And that often makes them feel weird for not liking what everyone else loves, for taking the opposite path. But deep down, this rejection isn't rebellion. It's protection, a filter. Melancholics don't want everything. They want what's real. And when something truly touches them, that connection becomes passion.
Trait number 3, artistic sensitivity. The melancholic inner world is a universe in itself, and it needs to be expressed. That's why they connect so strongly with music, writing, movies, poetry, tattoos. Art isn't just a hobby, it's emotional survival. When they can't explain what they feel, they sing, or write, or observe subtle things no one else sees. Melancholics see the world through a sensitive lens, turning pain into beauty, silence into color, nostalgia into creation. Sometimes they hide this side, afraid of seeming too intense. But their sensitivity is a gift, even if the world doesn't always know how to value it. But this kind of emotional depth comes at a cost. It can be as unstable as a wave.
Trait number 4, emotional extremes. Balance? Melancholics admire it in others. In themselves, everything is extreme. They either love too much or shut down completely. They dive in all the way or give up before starting. One day, they wake up wanting to conquer the world. The next day, they can't get out of bed. This emotional roller coaster isn't fake or dramatic. It's intensity. Their emotions don't operate at medium volume. Every experience hits like a wave straight to the heart.
and they blame themselves, thinking they should be more rational. But it's not a choice. It's how they're wired. What they really lack isn't strength. It's internal balance. And maybe that balance can only come when they find a real sense of purpose.
Trait number 5, the need for purpose. If it doesn't make sense to the heart, the melancholic can't keep going. Money, status, praise, none of it matters if it doesn't resonate. They can't stand shallow jobs, empty routines, meaningless relationships. They need to feel they're contributing, connecting, evolving. They crave something bigger, a mission, a cause, a sense of soul. When they find it, they bloom. When they don't, they suffer. That's why they're so selective, maybe even too intense for some. But deep down, it's just their heart crying out, "Give me something real to live for." The world might call that too much, but for someone who feels everything so deeply, living without purpose isn't really living.
Now that you've seen all 20 traits, tell me, how many did you relate to? If it was 12 or more, congratulations. You likely have a melancholic temperament, one of the deepest, most intense, and most misunderstood out there. And if you didn't match all 20, that's okay. Throughout life, trauma, pressure, and social roles can suppress parts of our true nature. Some of your essence might still be asleep, and this channel exists to help you reconnect with it. If this series meant something to you, like, share, and subscribe. And if you missed any of the earlier videos, go back and watch. Each trait is a piece of the puzzle that reveals who you truly are.